Hey guys, Jen here of GadgetPilipinas.net, and as you can see right here, I am with my colleague Eman, and of course we have here with us the much awaited and much anticipated ROG phone. So syempre, hinantay natin to na sobrang tagal, and finally this phone is now with us right here. And when you get the phone, as you can see right here, you get also a free what do you call this? Active cooler?
Yeah, active aero something.
Aero cool. This is the ROG phone. It says right here. Now, of course, this tells you all the things about the device. Theoretically, this device is the fastest smartphone in the market, in the world. Yes. Okay, based on paper, because currently they built a custom chip, the custom Snapdragon 845. Yeah. So, what can you tell us about this 845, Eman?
What Qualcomm did for Asus was that they created a custom version of the Snapdragon 845 that's clocked at 2.96 gigahertz. So that's just under 3 gigahertz. So most Snapdragon 845s are clocked way less than that. So basically, this is their most powerful chip boosted. So basically, you get a boosted Snapdragon 845 here, which makes it the fastest smartphone theoretically on paper based on benchmarks.
Of course, since the phone is not yet available officially, that's something that we are really waiting to do. We're actually very much excited to do. No?
If you watched the live stream yesterday, nagpakita sila doon ng benchmark figures. So we don't know if when the phone's out in production, if it's gonna be the same results. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be close, but we're not sure if it's really that high. It's gonna be that high of a score. So we'll have to see. Anyway, this is a very interesting device. We have here the 6-inch display. So this has most phones have 60 hertz refresh rate, so display, but this one has a 90 hertz refresh rate. So what does that mean? So this is a gaming phone, and when you play games at 90 hertz refresh rates, for those who actually play games with monitors on 144 hertz, alam niyo yung difference from 60 hertz. Alam niyo kung gaano siya ka-smooth, alam niyo kung gaano siya ka-fluid. So you're gonna be basically getting almost that same experience for mobile games here.
Of course, with the Razer phone, what they have is the 120 hertz. But this only has 90 hertz, but that is more than enough because you will barely actually see the difference. Yeah. What's more important here is that meron siyang 1 ms response time, and that's gonna be very, kumbaga, important if you are playing games.
FPS.
Especially for FPS games, right? So, yun yung isa sa mga maganda sa kanya. Pero syempre, other than that, other than, of course, the screen, other than performance, there is, of course, RGB on this phone. When you get the ROG phone here, kasama na kasi yung active cooler thermal thing that they have. I don't know what that is again. This one is actually
Type-C.
A Type-C accessory, and it has a fan inside. So yan, so meron siyang fan inside, and this one is actually an RGB. Because, kumbaga, syempre, if you insert this, if you attach this to the phone, it basically covers up already the RGB light. No?
So what? It's also RGB.
Right. So if you turn on the phone, pakita natin sa kanila. Okay. Basically, you can also customize the color of the RGB logo if you want to. Yan. Hey, there. Okay. So, yan. And if you attach this, okay, Eman, syempre matatakpan mo nga naman yung logo. So, para hindi siya matakpan, i-reflect niya ngayon yung RGB dito sa may bandang baba ng cooler. Okay? Which is actually a really nice concept, and this is actually already included out of the box, according to Asus. Alright. Now, another interesting thing about this is that meron siyang, kumbaga, additional ports at the middle. Okay? So, tama nga naman. I think this is something na hindi naisip ng ibang mga the game or smartphone developers, no? They did not think of that until this phone, no? Because this phone has peripherals port at the bottom kung horizontal yung landscape, no? What can you say about this, Eman?
That's one good thing about this phone is also the fact that it's a modular, a highly modular device. So yung port niya dun sa baba, at the middle, isn't just for actually charging the phone, but it's also connecting it to many, to the plethora of accessories na meron siya, which we'll talk about later. So just to give you an example, it has a dock, a TV dock that you can actually connect it to, and a PC dock that you can connect it to.
Yeah.
This basically makes it, if you want to play your games on the big screen, you can just connect it to the dock and play away. So yun yung another purpose nung kanyang charging dock sa gitna. So in a positional concept, that really makes sense kasi when you're playing in landscape, normally natatamaan nung kamay mo yung bottom ng device. And when you're playing while you're charging the phone, for instance, or if it's connected to, or the data cable is connected, chances are you have to adjust your hand position para malaro mo yung game ng maayos so you can play comfortably. Here, hindi na kailangan nun kasi you can just charge it from the middle port. Yan. So that's how it works. And I think it's really a good idea. And I won't be surprised if other OEMs actually follow suit in terms of that concept. Ayan.
And surprisingly, Asus did not put a notch display on the device, no? And I think that's also another good touch to it because hindi siya nag-follow sa trend.
Yeah, it's also because you actually need some space at the top and the bottom when you're playing in landscape. So if you have an all-screen phone, there's gonna be nowhere for your thumb for it to be placed. So wala ka nang hawakan. So that might affect your gameplay. So it's really a nice idea to retain an 18:9 display compared to a 19:9 display on most phones today. Ayan.
And also, I'm amazed na, syempre, since cooler talaga to, medyo malamig talaga.
Yeah, you can
ramdam mo yung lamig dito sa
you can actually feel some air here at this part.
But my problem here, though, Eman, is, well, apart from the price, kasi the price might be a little too high, no? Would be battery life.
Yeah.
No, battery life, yun naman talaga. Kasi, especially with this active cooler on, that is going to take a bit of battery because it doesn't have any power source at all.
Yeah.
Maganda sana kung may battery packs or whatever, no? But it doesn't have any. Okay? So it's basically sucking in battery from the phone.
Yeah.
Okay? So that's just actually my worry or my concern. Battery life. No?
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
It's got a 4,000 milliampere battery. That's not actually small.
Yeah.
Even for a device of this caliber, I'm actually surprised that they were able to fit a 4,000 milliampere battery kasi if you can see it, slim pa rin yung phone.
It's crazy thin.
It's still very slim. It's not exactly a thick phone. So having been able to fit a 4,000 milliamp battery in there, that's an achievement na in itself. So we don't know how good the battery management of this phone is. So that will depend on how well they actually implement the software. Ayan. So we'll see. We'll have to see. Hopefully it does really, really well in a battery test. So we'll see.
Yep. All right. I guess that's about it, guys, about our thoughts and quick hands-on of the Asus Republic of Gamers phone or the ROG phone. Stay tuned with Gadget Pilipinas because we're, of course, waiting for a unit for our review, no, from our friends from ROG Philippines, and hopefully they'll send us one right away so we can test it. Right? Again, this has been Gian of Gadget Pilipinas, and also
Eman.
And I hope you see you guys soon and watch our next video. Bye.
Bye.